How much do you know about procrastination? Often brushed off as simply being lazy, it is actually a more complex human behavior that is often misconceptualized by most of us. I'll give you some examples why. This is a representation of a situation about procrastination. Here, we are introduced to the lazy students, Cain, Barbs, and Russell, respectively on their entrance sequence. Now, the situation goes like this. The teacher writes the deadline of a certain task on the board, which will be due tomorrow. Our lazy student sees this and reacts by thinking that they'll be able to pass the task regardless if they immediately start it or not. Now, we are introduced to the counterparts of the lazy students. We'll call them the productive students, which are Merwin, Martin, and Ralph. Contrary to the reactions of the lazy students, as soon as the productive students see the deadline of the task, they already plan on working on the task in order to finish it on time. We now go back to our lazy students and we get to see what they're doing despite the task at hand. Cain can be seen vlogging inside the classroom. Russell is looking at and profusely laughing about something like a madman, while Barbs, well, he's just kind of sitting there watching a mobile game on his phone. While the lazy students burn out their time by doing irrelevant things, the productive students can now be seen working on the task with laser focus and concentration. Now, after a day has passed, the teacher asks for the task to be passed already.
Okay, students, pass your papers now.
The productive students are able to comply with ease and without any issue, while the lazy students now exclaim in panic, for they have not started a single bit of the task. Sure, they were able to pass the task, but when the task was returned to the students, the differences are heavily seen in the results. The productive students were able to get favorable results.
Yes! Yes! Ano ba naman ito si Ran? Yes!
While the lazy students, well, they'd rather we don't talk about it. This is procrastination, and unlike how most people views its concept, it's not simply just being lazy. It's not simply putting aside your works to be done later. And people who procrastinate usually cares a lot more about the task at hand than you might initially think. Procrastination is the overconfidence of your ability to finish a task even if you're put under a stern time limit. This thing is able to kill not people, but dreams, plans, motivation, inspiration, and goals that are set for a certain period of time, only to be set aside, forgotten, and eventually become unachieved and unattained. It moves quickly and it is unrelenting, so best be sure that whenever you feel that ever so slight feeling of resistance from doing your work or finishing a task, don't ever give in. Fight it, because no, you won't feel like doing it more tomorrow, and yes, you absolutely need to accomplish this task ahead of time. Kill procrastination before it can do its horrors unto you.
Waiting is a trap. Don't
Procrastinate.
procrastinate.
Do your works, stop procrastinating, and stop being too overconfident with your time. That's all. Bye-bye!